What's up, family? Have you ever found yourself scrolling through social media only to stumble on a post from a friend who just got a dope job, aced a difficult test, or traveled to some exotic location? A dose of envy hits you, and suddenly your accomplishments seem insignificant, your plans unexciting. Why does this happen? It's all because of our habit of comparing ourselves to others, a habit that can rob us of our joy. Comparing ourselves to others is a game we can never win. There will always be someone who's doing better than us in one aspect of life or another. Constantly weighing our lives against theirs can create an overwhelming feeling of dissatisfaction and unhappiness. This is the thief of joy that I'm talking about. Now, don't get me wrong, a healthy dose of comparison isn't entirely bad. It can actually help motivate us to reach for more. It can support us in identifying gaps in our knowledge or skills, pushing us to learn and improve. But when this becomes a habitual exercise, we risk losing sight of our own journey, our own growth. That's when comparison becomes less of a motivator and more of a problem. Let's put it into perspective. You might come across a colleague who excels in a skill that you're still trying to master. Take any skill. Now, you have two choices. You can either feel discouraged, seeing their ability as a sign of your inadequacy, or you can use this as an opportunity for growth. Instead of comparing yourself to them in a detrimental way, use their expertise as a benchmark for your own progress. For example, you could approach them for tips or resources that can help you enhance your skills. You might even request their mentorship or ask for constructive feedback on your work. In this scenario, a little comparison can drive you to improve your skills, building on your professional development. However, the key is not to get caught up in the comparison web. It's easy to start comparing every aspect of your career or life to others, which is when negative effects creep in. So use comparison sparingly and wisely as a tool for growth, not as a measure of self-worth. In other words, let comparison ignite your drive, not extinguish your joy. So what's the solution to this relentless joy-thieving comparison? It's pretty simple, really. We need to shift our focus from competing with others to competing with ourselves. We should strive to be better today than we were yesterday. This is where true growth happens, where real satisfaction is found. Take running, for instance. Imagine two runners. One is constantly trying to beat the speed of other runners, while the other only aims to improve their personal best time. The first runner may sometimes outrun others, but there will always be, remember, there will always be someone faster. However, the second runner finds satisfaction in each new personal best, seeing their improvement and appreciating the process. Here's the thing about competing with yourself. It's a game you're always guaranteed to win, as long as you don't quit. It's a competition where every step forward is a victory, no matter how small. It's a race where you can set your own pace, pick your own path, and define your own finish line. By focusing on self-improvement, you shift the game from comparison to others to progress against your previous self. Every time you surpass a previous achievement, you get to celebrate a win, and that's a joy no comparison can steal. Now, here's how you can begin competing with yourself. Start by identifying areas of your life where you'd like to see improvement. It could be your grades, fitness level, public speaking skills, or even your ability to cook a decent meal. Next, set achievable goals based on your current skills and abilities. Here are some practical ways to compete with yourself. Step 1. Identify improvement areas. First and foremost, pinpoint where you want to see growth. Look at different aspects of your life, your studies, work, physical health, mental well-being, relationships, hobbies, self-expression. You get the point. For instance, If you've been struggling with time management, that could be an area you want to improve. Or maybe as a college student, you find class presentations and public speaking nerve-wracking and you want to overcome that fear. Step 2, set personal goals. Once you've identified an area of improvement, set tangible and realistic goals for yourself. It's important that these are your goals based on your abilities, not someone else's expectations or achievements. For example, if your focus is on time management, a possible goal could be to plan your day each morning, breaking down specific time slots for different tasks. If your focus is on public speaking, your goal could be to deliver a presentation without getting overly nervous. Step 3, track your progress. Keep track of how you're doing. For example, you could keep a journal, use an app, or simply make mental notes of your progress. This step is important because it provides clear evidence of your growth. If your goal is better time management, you might know whether you stick to your plan each day. If public speaking is your aim, you might keep a log of each presentation you make, rating your performance, and making notes for areas for improvement. Step 4, embrace mistakes as learning opportunities. Don't let missteps discourage you. Instead, treat them as opportunities for learning and growth. Remember that the path to self-improvement isn't always smooth. There are gonna be bumps and setbacks, but it's how we respond to those setbacks that define us. For instance, you might find yourself straying away from your carefully crafted schedule or fumbling through a presentation. Instead of dwelling on these mishaps, identify what went wrong and how to avoid similar mistakes in the future. Step 5, celebrate your victories. Make sure you celebrate your wins, big and small. Each step forward, each day you stick to your schedule, and each successful presentation you deliver is a win worth celebrating. For example, after a week of successfully managing your time, reward yourself with a break to do something you enjoy. Or after delivering a well-received presentation, celebrate with your friends, family, or just enjoy an evening of relaxing. Remember, the key is to work for your own progress, not perfection. Your journey is unique to you, and so are your victories. Now, for those self-proclaimed perfectionists, let me ask you, what do you envision when you think of perfection? Is it a flawless performance, a spotless home, a faultless personality, or an impeccable career? While these ideas may seem appealing, striving for perfection can often lead to disappointment, stress, and a blow to our self-esteem when we inevitably fall short. This is where the concept of progress over perfection comes in. Progress over perfection is an empowering mantra I use that champions the idea of valuing ongoing improvement over flawless completion. It's about recognizing that every step forward is worth celebrating, no matter how small or imperfect. It's about realizing perfection is an unattainable illusion, while progress is a tangible and achievable. Shifting our mindset to progress over perfection is the play for our own self-esteem. Here's how it will help. It reduces pressure. When we stop expecting ourselves to be perfect, we eliminate a ton of pressure. This relief can immediately boost our self-esteem as we acknowledge that we're human and it's okay to make mistakes. Greater self-acknowledgement. A progress mindset encourages us to acknowledge our growth and improvements, no matter how small they may seem. This acknowledgement helps develop a more positive self-image, enhancing our self-esteem. When we focus on progress, we're better equipped to handle setbacks. Instead of seeing them as failures, we view them as a temporary obstacle or lesson on our journey of improvement. So you may be asking yourself, Dr. J, how does this tie into becoming a better version of myself? When you prioritize progress over perfection, you align yourself with a realistic and sustainable path of self-improvement. Instead of obsessing over an idealized version of yourself, you can begin to appreciate the journey of growth and the incremental improvements you've made along the way. When you compare yourselves to others, it's as if we're hoping that the mirror could reflect someone else's image, someone we perceive to be better. But here's a secret. The most rewarding competition is with the person you see in the mirror every day. So instead of wishing for someone else's reflection, work to see a better version of yourself each day. Chasing perfection is like chasing your own shadow. It will always be an arm's length away. Instead, appreciate the beauty in your growth. Every new smile line is a symbol of joy experience. Every scar is a badge of survival. Each change in the mirror is a testament to your journey and progress. So the next time you look in the mirror, see not only who you are, but also who you can become. Work to be a better version of yourself, one small step at a time. Make the person in the mirror your only competition, and let progress, not perfection, be your goal. Thanks for your time today. Talk to you soon. Much love, Dr. J.